Coming up on 7:46. Welcome back to your Monday morning here on BT. Lasia Kretzel from News 1130 back with us on the couch. Great to see you.
You as well.
And Coast Mental Health's Daryl Burnham, just here in the nick of time, but for an important cause. Because before we talk about Coast Mental Health, we're going to talk about this hair, Lasia. And it's going to be gone by the end of October.
Yeah, it's all coming off. It's time.
After 8 years of growing this beautiful mane, why is now the time to let it go?
I think it's just, I mean, for one, after 8 years, with all this length, the amount of time that you put into this, it's astounding. And I think it's kind of time for maybe somebody else to enjoy this. So I think it's just probably a time in my life where I'm like, I'm ready to let go of a lot of this.
Well, there's a close personal story attached to this message too. Wigs for Kids is one of the beneficiaries, also Coast Mental Health. But tell us about your story of how this is going to have a sentimental meaning.
So for me, I started growing this because when I was a kid, I always saw these photos of my mother. Before I was born, she had longer hair, about as long as hair as I have right now, but it was bright blonde, this bright blonde hair. My mom, Mary, and that's all the photos that I remember, seeing this long flowing hair, her wedding photos, this hair coming down. She used to do everybody's hair because she knew how. She had the most of it. And I always wondered, can I grow my hair that long? Some people can't grow theirs as long or as short, and so I wanted to see. And it just sort of became a bit of an experiment. And she passed away about 5 years ago almost now. And part of that was because of her battles with alcohol addiction, and I kept growing it. Part of it because I wanted to keep that idea alive. I wanted to keep seeing how long my hair would go, and it was a way to remember her in a way. So for me, it was a good way to keep her memory alive.
Well, proceeds from this are going to support Coast Mental Health, and Daryl, that's why we have you here. And the first thing I saw looking at this website and the support, 3 pillars of sustained recovery. When funds are raised, how do you support those that are suffering?
Well, we do. The 3 pillars are housing, a range of supports, and employment and training to help people get back on their feet. So you start with housing. People need a place to live. Unfortunately, in Vancouver, many people don't. And so until you get a place to live and stable, you can't work on your problems. You're just scrambling. So you start with housing, and then an array of supports to help people find recovery from addiction or from their mental illness, to find ways that they can develop strengths, and then education and training so people can move forward in their lives. And the combination is very powerful, and it's very helpful for people in the Lower Mainland.
How long on average do you see as the cycle for reinvention for those that come in, admit and have that awareness that I need some support, and then have that opportunity to bounce back?
Well, the sooner it's like any process, the sooner you start solving it, the faster. And so if we are working with someone who's been on the streets for 10 years, complex mental health and addiction issues, it will be a long path back. There's a path back, but it may take years. If you're talking about someone, like we work with young people who may have had a interruption because of a mental health issue or an addiction issue, and it's months or years, a short period of time, then that recovery can be much faster. The sooner you attack the problem properly with support, people can move forward fast.
Well, this is one of the important causes. Also, we mentioned Wigs for Kids and Even Company, where those wigs were stolen off of West Broadway. This hair is going to go support them.
I learned that just recently. I went into the shop and asked, I heard about what happened here, this is what I'm doing, and they said, oh, we take the hair from Wigs for Kids BC, and go right to their shop, and they'll be able to do what they need with it.
So you can get like 20 wigs out of this mane here, or what's the deal here?
I wish. I knew this from donating before, but it actually takes several heads of hair to make one wig, because you have, whether that's, your hair is different lengths because it falls out or breaks or anything like that. And so it takes a lot of people to come together to create one special thing, even for a child. So I think that, if there's other people that want to donate, please do that.
How can they donate, by the way?
Oh, for the fundraising here, you can go to Coast Mental Health with /my_hair-raising_experience, and that's the big donation page there for us. And of course, anybody can always donate their own hair to Wigs for Kids BC. They just need to cut off the minimum, that 8 to 10 inches, and just make sure that it's nice, fresh hair, no dyes, no perming, anything like that, and they can go right ahead and donate their own hair.
Well, we'll put that info on our Facebook page as well. Hashtag hair raising experience. We're going to do this here through BT. Congrats to you both for some excellent work. And I heard Daryl's going to shave his head too, just for fun. Right?
Just in honor of your
Solidarity.
I don't know if it meets the 10-inch rule, but maybe.
Love the heart behind it. Listen, we'll take a break.